no oil. So I'll cook the onion first. All right, so the no oil thing with the onion is somewhat problematic. Sometimes my fire alarm will go off because it's so dry. So anyways, I'm going to try to put a little water in there too. But I'll mostly keep it dry because if I want that golden color and I'm cooking with no oil, you're going to want to... You want that golden color and you're cooking with no oil, you're going to want to keep it more dry. Although it's better to cook our food in like moist conditions more than it is in really dry heat conditions, because when you cook it in higher heat conditions, like dry cooking is what they call it, drier heat cooking. So that would be like frying, or when you're cooking in more drier heat, that like gets like components inside of your food. They're called AGEs. I'm just like kind of getting my feet wet in this research, but it activates this inflammatory response in the foods. So you kind of want to try not to overheat your food. But if you're eating plant-based, you're already doing a lot of stuff right. It gets really severe when you're into meat. So, all right, so we got this real easy stir fry here. I'm sauteing these onions. I also got my bigger pan over here. So then, like, when there's overflow, I will be able to put it in there. So it's really important to me to just kind of be cooking pretty easy, like, not have that much prepared, go with the flow. So you guys can see how easy it is to cook in this way so that it's more accessible to people. All right, so I'm going to put the celery in. Although, if you want to be cooking like super extravagant, delicious, whole food, plant-based things, you totally can. And there's so many excellent vegan, whole food, plant-based chefs out there. Chef Julia, she makes really intricate, they're not super intricate, but they're, more detail-oriented foods. So if you're into that, you can check that out. But if you're like me, you're just trying to eat, then this is the way I cook on a regular basis. I'm always just trying to eat. All right, I put the onions in there, and I'm gonna keep moving them around. I don't want the fire alarm to go off while I'm on Facebook Live. Otherwise, I'd be getting more wild with this. All right, so then I got frozen riced cauliflower, and it's all organic. Again, I'm just like trying to be an easy little cook here. So far I got these onions sauteing. Shoot, let's do 2 pans. So in this pot, I will get this cauliflower, this frozen cauliflower going, because I do kind of want to make a lot so I can eat it for a couple days here. So I'm going to get that cauliflower going. It's all hard because it's frozen. Alright, so that's in there. So riced cauliflower looks like this. Looks like rice. Alright, so we got that going, and then I'm going to put the frozen green beans in with the frozen cauliflower. My little frozen pan. Let these guys kind of heat up together. I just threw 3 handfuls in there. So basically, with a lot of these chronic conditions are just like highly inflammatory conditions. So what we want to do is focus on a like lower inflammatory diet, which is what whole food plant based eating is essentially. Um, so we want to eat things that are going to bring our inflammation. This is a rainbow carrot, so the more colors, the better. But we want to eat things down or eat things that are going to bring our inflammation down, um, so that way, like whatever our body is doing, our body's telling us something. That's why it's inflamed. It's like alert, alert. And one way that we can help like calm it is by eating an anti-inflammatory diet, which is a lot of fiber, whole food, plant-based um, things that's like anti-inflammatory. Now, if you're wanting to get real, well, there's just varying degrees of intensity. But to start off, just focus on getting more vegetables in, more plants, because you really can take this whole food, plant based eating, disease, fight. You can really take it to the next level. But let's just do one foot in front of the other. Sometimes I wonder, it's like, is this my. Um, I mean, it's just, I guess it's kind of my thing right now. I'm really into it. So, but you can go different levels, but you can just start easy. So, anyone who's just joining us, what I have going on here is the beginning of a stir fry. So, in this pan, I got rainbow carrots, onions, celery. So, the yellow rainbow carrots, purple rainbow carrots. So, those are just kind of cooking up in here. And overall, I'll try to keep my food as like close to raw as possible. This whole dish probably could have been raw. The more, like I said earlier, the more you cook your food, the more you're activating like molecular creation of this enzyme called AGE, which increases inflammation. Although it is lower in plant-based foods, it can exist, especially when you get into nut butters and things like that. In this pan, we got frozen riced cauliflower and frozen green beans for our stir fry. So I'll show you what's going on in here. And I'm just like mixing it around, nothing special. Just real easy stuff here. All right. And again, and it'll be pretty quick. I found these Brussels sprouts in my fridge. So I'm just going to cut them up and throw them in there. Something cool about veggies is that they're always already cooked. So you don't have to worry about like, or I mean, like you can eat them raw. That's what I mean. It's not like, when will this be cooked? Well, because like it's already cooked. You can just eat it now. All right, so we got some Brussels in there. I'm just trying to throw in as much food or vegetables as possible, as much fiber. I kind of just look at everything as like a big old fiber. If we're thinking whole food, plant-based, you kind of want to think about like what food has nothing good been taken out of, and what food has nothing bad added to it. So nothing bad added to it, nothing good removed from it. And that kind of helps you like decide what's processed, what's not. All right, I got this spiral thing. It's dope. I got it from one of my breakups. Something good came out of that bad boy. All right, so I'm just gonna. This is a yellow squash, and I'm just gonna put it. Just gonna squash some zoodles down here. Another thing that is really like prominent in this current situation of like life is the amount of stress we're undergoing. You know, it's it's such a unique, extraordinary time we're living in, and the stress level is beyond anything I've ever seen before in education because I'm a teacher, but also in daily life. Um, Stress is really hard right now. So you know, in order to work through chronic conditions and work through stress and depression and things like that, um, eating a whole food plant based diet along with de-stressing like through meditation or um, exercising is one that really helps me. When I don't exercise, I feel like I'm a psycho. But it's really important not just to focus on what we eat. It's really important to also focus on what we think, because it's all interconnected. What we think, what we eat, how we move. More and more, I'm learning how connected that is to disease. When I am really stressed, like everything hurts, kind of. So it's like important for me to focus on like this stress-free lifestyle, and if things are bringing me stress, you know, just kind of looking at them and letting it go. All right. So, oops, I was supposed to put the tofu in the toaster a long time ago. So let's do it now. So this tofu is coriander, curry. I don't know if you can eat it raw, but I did. It's really it's got good stuff in it. So I'm gonna just put it in the toaster. Dang, it's so good. I'm gonna put it in the toaster for about 10 minutes or so. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll work. All right, so we got that going. We're kind of rolling out here to getting close to the end. All right, so let's do some of our spices. I'm gonna add these. Well, I already got enough here. Let's do some of our spices. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon of coriander. No, this is a fourth teaspoon. You can do a little extra, sure. Why not? Okay. And then I'm gonna do ginger. So you get a fourth teaspoon of ginger. Oops. So let's see. So yeah, that stress piece is huge. We'll do an eighth. No, not an eighth. 2 1/4, 1/2. We'll go a little more than a half. 1 whole teaspoon of garlic. All right, so yeah, that stress piece is very important. The more research I continue to do, the more that I learn. If you don't have your stress in line, if you can't manage your stress, then all the exercise, all the eating, you know, it's not for nothing, but essentially you're causing a ton of inflammation through stress. So that stress piece is like super important to get a handle on. I really encourage you to try meditation. All right, let me show you guys what we got going on here. This, which looks delicious to me. I got my tofu in there cooking, a little bit slow on that, but that's all right. And then here I got that riced cauliflower and green beans. And I'm just going to throw it all in this giant thing right here. Try to bring this here. And then I'm going to do the sauce. And then I'll make a little plate. Give me a little taste test. Let you all know how it is. And yeah, here, this will be another meal done in under 30 minutes. you know. And like I said, that's real important to me. Make it easy and accessible for people because, you know, I want everybody to feel good. I want this to work for people who have whatever type of thing they're going through. Like, even if you're just depressed, changing and eating more whole foods is going to help heal your gut microbiome, which helps alleviate depression and stress. Like, it's all connected, the gut mind connection. So we just want to keep our bodies good, and keep doing what you love. You know, I'm tired when I work my other job. I'm like exhausted, but when I do this, oh man, I'm just having a ball. So just keep doing stuff you love. So I'm gonna go. This is reduced sodium tamari, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 tablespoons. That's a lot. 3 tablespoons of that. I didn't put any salt in this at all because to me, the tamari is salt. Right, you could leave it like that. Right, we got the other spices in there, but I always like a little bit of fat, a little bit of creaminess in it. So I'm gonna add. I don't see the chat at all. Oh man, it's over here. Hi, Julia, Lauren, Andrea. Glad you guys are here. I don't know if you're still here, but I wasn't seeing the chat at first. Now I see it. All right. Tuned in while we eat our dinner. Good. Andrea, are you still here? Who knows? So, all right. Let me get that tahini in here. So far we're kind of getting towards the end here. I got what do I got? Celery, some Brussels sprouts. Let's see. Let's start with 2 tablespoons of tahini. You want to watch your fat intake, even though it's plant-based. You can have too much tahini, believe it or not. All right, I don't need to be licking this tahini spoon on the camera. All right, so I put in here 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of tahini. I'm gonna throw the tofu in here, and then I'm gonna show you. This looks amazing, super amazing. All right. And this is under 20 minutes. We had enchiladas. Yum. Yeah, so this is in under 20 minutes here. Let's see. I kind of made a mistake not getting this tofu in early. This right here, this is from Trader Joe's. It's like a Japanese multi-purpose seasoning here. Pretty good. I'm gonna just throw some of that in there too, kind of give it some flavor. Yeah, but this stir fry is pretty done. Oh, I have this lemon here. I'm gonna kind of give it a little edge with a couple squeezes of lemon. And then I'll add the tofu and that's it. So, oops, as I break everything. My mom taught me this little trick. You just take a fork in your lemon, stick your fork in, and just kind of get it going. Get this lemon in there. That lemon will be pretty good in there. And it's just about being creative while you cook, too. Not everything's going to taste good, but usually you can put some tahini on it and it will taste better. All right, let me get this tofu in here, and then I'm going to plate it and show you guys what's up. Actually, I'll just plate some right now. This is a very large plate that I pulled out. Let's reevaluate the largeness of this plate. All right, so all right, better. And that's all. Yeah, I was like thinking about eating this all day. And it's like not about limiting calories. It's not about, that's not what this diet's about. It's about, or I should say lifestyle. It's about like finding foods that are nourishing to our bodies, that are anti-inflammatory, and eating them. All right. Get some of this tofu on here. So this is what that tofu looks like. I put curry on it. I'm just gonna throw it right on top. Oops, and on the floor. Because I'm trying to eat in less than 20 minutes, and I'm about to. Maybe 22 minutes. But pretty darn good if you ask me. All right. All right, and that's what we got here. It's a stir fry with tofu, rice, cauliflower, green beans, all types of fun. All right, and we got that in 23 minutes. Anybody have any questions or comments? Looks delicious. Thanks, Lisa. I can't wait to eat it. Hey, let me take a bite while you guys are here. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to incorporate a little bit of tofu because it does have like a lot of excellent properties, and actually anti-breast cancer properties. People think the opposite. Mm. Mm-hmm. It's so good. So good. All right. I'll see you guys later.